Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Invested. Instead of reading a question today, I wanted to kind of talk about commercial real estate investing. I mean, we get a lot of questions in passing, directly and indirectly, like, how do we get into commercial real estate investing? Like, how do you get your first property? How do I make money? You hear so many gurus out there that say, oh, passive income. Yeah, passive income is not active income, right? So I wanted to kind of clarify even commercial real estate investing there's a few components to it, right? It's essentially, you got to really kind of follow it. Like, is it a business or is it an investment? Like, you have to ask yourself personally that and figure out what you really want. And like any profession or any professionals out there, they're going to say the catchphrase, follow your dreams and do what you like. I'm going to be a little bit different. Like, I'm very fortunate I found my love within commercial real estate in general, at early in my professional career at age 25. I'm very fortunate than others who find it later, which is still good, but I found it early. So my philosophy is, regardless if your passion is something else, you're doing something, and you're very good at it, I think you'll find a passion in that. So if you're going to be a surgeon, it's not like overnight you become a surgeon. You don't become like a interventionist cardiologist overnight just because you went to med school. That doesn't mean you're going to be very good. You got to be like double board certified, but that takes effort and time. Just like investment, just like commercial real estate or any business. So let me make it very clear. For me, I'm doing this channel to assist people to kind of answer questions and go over topics from an educational perspective. But you got to understand, what I do for a living is real estate investing. I won't even say investing. I'm a real estate operator, right? So operator is I'm running a business. Therefore, I'm going to have better returns than someone passively investing into real estate investment. So you got to really get that clear. And if you really talk to sponsors or syndicators, and if you have seen a lot of pitch decks or business deck, you'll see like most real estate outside of development, like if you buy the Starbucks ground lease and this is how long you're going to hold it, you're really looking at high single digit to mid-teens return over a course of 5-7 years, which is still very good return, because in real estate investment, we use 15% internal rate of return. Is because if you have 15% return, after about 5 years, you double your money. So that's a very important metric for people. But if you had $10,000, after 5 years, if you double, does that really move the needle for you and your financial freedom? You're going to make more money by working, by doing the things that pays you the most ROI, which is your time. If a surgeon goes into surgery, that person might make $800 an hour, but they're spending that hour. If they don't work, the best surgeons of the world still don't get paid. So then if the best surgeon that makes $800 an hour wants to follow his or her passion in real estate investment, in the beginning, they might get zero money per hour. They might put in hundreds and hundreds of hours without that much return. If you really break it out, they make less than minimum wage. That doesn't mean later on down the line, you're not going to be able to do that. So what I'm trying to articulate is, don't get so enamored by the Robert Kiyosaki's of the world and Ramsey and this person, you can do it. Because think about it. What do they do for a living? They're not a real estate investor. They're a real estate operator. They run a business. That's how they generate a lot of the revenue. Now, if they're Robert Kiyosaki's of the world, if they ran a franchise sandwich shop, I'm sure they'll be successful as well too, because that's what they're going to be really good at and focused on. So my advice is there's a lot of appeal to commercial real estate investing. The perceived income, financial freedom, passive, but is it really passive? Passive means you give it to someone else to manage your money. I'm a syndicator. I invest my own money, but I also have investors. Of course, I have a fiduciary duty, and I want to make the best return for our investors as much as possible. I'm only human. I don't have the crystal ball, but I'm looking at the patterns with my experience. I have over 20 years of experience now. And that doesn't mean all my 20 years was all kosher. I didn't make any mistake. I made a lot of mistakes on the way. I experienced weird, odd things that you guys can't even imagine because you haven't operated. Like someone defecating on your east side, 4th floor women's restroom. Like, why? The tenants will call the management. We clean it up. Human feces, but they'll defecate next to the toilet. Like things like that. You're doing a power testing and the power goes out and you're talking to your insurance company, a national firm, and say, we're going to have a power shutdown for GFI testing. At that time, I'm a very new property manager. I don't know much better. So then I'm coordinating with their East Coast office because the power is going to be off for 8 hours in the building. Well, the servers can't go down, so they have to have a switch. So then I had to let them know 5 weeks in advance to coordinate that. But guess what? 11:30 p.m. at night on Friday, it's raining. I'm at home, resting. I get a call from my security. Oh, the building engineers are here and to say they can't turn off the power because building representative here has to be here for liability. So do they want to reschedule? Absolutely not. I drove down there, got there at midnight. We sat down, planned it out. The building representative, what do we need to do? They're like, we have to have you hit this big giant red button. And I was like, what does that do? It shuts down the power. I was like, why can't you hit it? Oh, for liability. So why you hit it? You should kind of turn away your head. I was like, why would I turn my head? Just in case. Just in case what? I mean, just a shock. What would happen is there's a shock. Most likely what happen if you get shocked, you're probably going to cardiac arrest. Yeah. Did you ever even think about that? So I push it. Everything goes out. So little things like that. I see till 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm a very curious person. I'm going to bug the crap out of them guys, bring some coffee. I say, hey guys, what's this? Oh, this is the 480 volt. This is that. So learn a little bit about it, right? But I got home at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, right? And most people will be like pissed off, but that's just life. So those kind of experiences that's irritating, it's what you learn, and that's going to make you a better operator. And in return, it's going to make you a better investor. But to say, what's the best way to become a real estate investor? Well, reality check is you have to work hard at what you do. If you're a surgeon, if you're an artist, musician, be the best at that and make a lot of money. Once you make a lot of money, it gives you a lot of flexibility to invest passively or go pursue your passion because you have a lot of money. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, which was, that's not a good answer because I'm just starting off. I want to learn more about it, and I really have like $5,000 to $10,000 to invest. And I get it. I mean, you cannot save $1 million and get into investment. You should start investing now. Instead of looking at commercial real estate, and this is a commercial real estate channel, hey, look into the securities market. Look at the stock market. Look at the things that you drink Starbucks every day. Maybe look at Starbucks to buy, right? If you like NVIDIA because you love AI, it's $127 a share. Right? And who cares about the fundamentals? You like it? Do you use it? Buy some. Put in $200 every paycheck. Grow that, right? By you doing that, you're going to be excited. You're going to learn and read things about NVIDIA. Then you're going to know, oh, NVIDIA is opening up a real estate data centers because they need more power. They need X, Y, Z. Then you're going to get exposed to it, okay? And if you want to get really into passive real estate at a low entry point, start looking at publicly traded REITs. And there's a lot of publicly traded REITs out there, and they've been hammered because real estate is not doing very well. They're getting hammered just because they're publicly traded because they pass out dividends and distribution based on the income they generate with their real estate. And some of these REITs have mixed, diverse portfolio of asset classes such as office, multifamily, retail. There are certain REITs that specifically for multifamily, which are apartments. Some are single-family rental REITs. Some are malls, some are retail, some are industrial. Good company like Prologis, they're publicly traded. If you're really bullish on an industrial asset, go invest with the best operators out there globally. Then because you're an investor, you're going to get the 10Ks, you're going to follow them. And eventually you're going to see the news, oh, BlackRock or Rexford is buying a portfolio of 10 industrial properties for $1.4 billion. Things like that. You're going to follow through and learn more about that asset class and kind of build that passion around it. So again, focus on your core strength. Stay in your lane. If you're a chef, be the best chef. Be like David Chang. Open up multiple restaurants. Momo Fukako, Momo Fukusa. You make a lot of money. Guess what? I'm pretty sure David Chang is investing in a lot of VCs and real estate. Why? Because he cooks up a really good meal, right? And I have friends who sell poke, and they do really well selling poke. So they have a lot of money, and they invest in multifamily. They invest with operators like me, but also now gives them the optionality to go take some more risk, and they'll go buy, a 50-unit apartment complex. Is it always successful? Maybe not. And then they go through, understand the challenges with it, and that makes you a better investor. When I was a stockbroker, I thought I was smart. I lost more money in the stock market because I was day trading. So that doesn't mean day traders don't make money, but if you're not a very good day trader that's disciplined, more likely than not, you lose money. So don't spread yourself out too thin. The word diversification sounds great, and everyone here, diversify. I'm going to be honest with you. Diversification only works for the super wealthy. Why? Super wealthy do not diversify when they do not have enough wealth. They go all in their craft and they become billionaires. From there, they know how to invest because they have operated their business. If you take Elon Musk of the world, Jeff Bezos, let's say you take him out of Amazon, you take him, again, with Elon Musk, they PayPal, now he has Tesla's, SpaceX. So he's a serial entrepreneur, right? Because he knows how the programs work. But again, they'll tell you it's not easy. Just because he's a multi-billionaire, he goes starts a new venture, it's not like he's sitting on a boat, relaxing, and things magically happen. And same thing with your investment in commercial real estate. Don't try to master everything. Master the thing that you do the best, and that will open up a lot of doors for investment opportunities in the future. I'll guarantee that. If you focus on your craft, regardless of what it is, you become the best at it, that's going to open doors that you have never imagined. Meeting people, meeting other operators, and different ideas. That's including commercial real estate. Finally, just if you really do want to get in and get exposed, you should really think about investing with commercial real estate professionals. Once you invest with a good operator, you're going to sleep better at nights because you're not going to get the midnight call that Johnny flushed his Legos on the toilet on the second floor and floods out the second floor and the first floor. People are panicking. Now, what are you going to do? Call Roto-Rooters? If you don't have that experience, that's going to be traumatizing for you, right? So you got to understand there's a lot of different things that comes with it. So sometimes finding the right partners, operators, who are good at what they do. Not me, I'm not even saying to me. There's a lot of greater operators there, better than me, who are more successful, who knows more than I do. And they run great shops out there. And they can invest and they'll review you and also help you invest that money. Understand the difference of passive income versus active income, right? And don't have expectations out of the norm because you heard that's the pathway to success and wealth. It is one path to the wealth, but it's still a long, arduous journey. It's very tedious because it's like operating a business. And I don't want to go into too much more details now, but I'm operating business all the time and talking with operators, my business partners, the contractors. And I give out reports to, my investors on a quarterly basis or monthly basis. And they say, oh, great job, because we give them the information. This is the issue. This is how we're progressing. But, we don't talk about the nitty-gritty details of all aspects of it, right? Because that keeps us up at night. And that's why they entrust their money with us, because we stay up at night so they can sleep at night, okay? That's my business. That's what we do. So essentially, you just have to learn more about it. The pitfalls of really the DIY investing yourself is most people have this grand vision of flip and all investing and hitting a home run because that's what they hear. No one's going to talk about their bad experiences, right? They only talk about the great experiences. They don't tell you about all the headaches they had. But again, always have a peace of mind. Don't overextend yourself because you feel like you're missing out on something. Always prepare yourself. Ask great questions. Find great operators, great mentors that can kind of guide you. But don't wait to say, oh, how much money do I need to invest? You invest now. If you have zero, get the first dollar. Do something about it. So, in summary, if you really want to get into it, and I'm going to give you a couple options. I don't want to be the doom and gloom guys and go find someone to invest with. But if you really are ready to jump in and try real estate for the first time, go with the small single family home or townhome or even a duplex because it's a lot more attainable. It's more real because, a single family home, a lot of people understand it. I see people who do that for the first time and they'll find a fantastic family who rents for them for the next 6 years because you're in a great school district, great neighborhood. They want their kids to finish high school there, so they're going to make the payments and stay. And then you think that's going to be how every deal is going to work. But I have seen other cases where they buy the first home and they get the renter, they're super excited. The person pays the rent for the first month, 2 months, they don't pay. Then you go and knock and you say, hey, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm late. I put the mail in the check. Oh, I ECH you. And you're following. Guess what? Pick up your phone calls. You go and they're not leaving. They're squatting. It's that trouble, that nervousness. Mortgage still payment has to be made. You don't know if they're destroying the house. Honestly, I have a lot of investment. There's great tenants, even at multifamily. There's horrible tenants that, essentially have a lot of damages when they move out. So these are some of the lessons we learn as you invest. So in summary, if you're going to start direct investment, go with the smaller single-family home rentals or duplex. That's easily manageable. That's close by. If you're living in Texas, don't go buy a rental property in North Dakota. It's hard to manage that. The rule is your first investment, like a home, should be within a 1 to 2 hour driving distance. That's going to be the most comfort level for you. So if you're really considering commercial real estate, think about your long-term and short-term goals and how to best achieve them. So be honest with yourself why you wanted to invest and kind of break that down that way. If you really have a larger amount of disposable investment to diversify because you have pretty good amount of 401k, you make very good income, find a good operator, good sponsor, good companies to invest alongside with them. And that's a passive way to invest. This is not a sales pitch, but if you want to learn more about, how to invest, ask specific questions and we'll love to address them for you, right? As a seasoned investor, I might not know every answer, every area, but if you can share the details of the assets, like something as hey, I'm looking at this commercial asset in this area. This is the address. I promise I won't steal it from you unless it's really good. Okay? But we will genuinely kind of review it. I have the research tools. I have a lot of connections and local contacts throughout the country. So I can even reach out to them, see how the market really is. Because sometimes if you're looking at something in Birmingham, Alabama, I'm in California. I'm a real estate professional, but I'm not professional everywhere. So essentially, I might contact my friends or, industry colleagues in Birmingham, Alabama. I say, hey, look, what's the story in that submarket? And I'll try to extract that out. And honestly, we want to help people grow and learn. There's no cheat code. There is no cheat code. There is no magic sauce or secret ways to no, there is not. If you want to really make a lot of money, go buy the lotto. That's the easy way to make money. There's no shortcuts in investment. Think about your long-term goals, right? Think about your 1-year goals, 3, 5, 10, 30-year goals and prepare for it. And if you do it that way, you're going to learn step by step how to get there. Drop any questions, comments, like, subscribe, help us out, and let us help you out. Thank you very much.